Good morning, my YouTube family. It is your boy Zary from the XMG coming at you today to talk to you about the newest character in Dragon Champions, Selena. But before we get into Selena and break down this pretty interesting character, if you are not part of that XMG family, you should be. Click that subscribe button, join the family. We just had a big milestone in the XMG family, just past 700 subscribers, so thank you all so much for the support and the love for my channel. And for all you subscribers out there, make sure you're turning on notifications, liking videos, commenting, all, sharing them, all that good crap that goes along with it. So let's get into Selena, the newest human healer. So we have Selena, a new human healer that came to the game. So let me start out by saying we got this character maybe 2 days ago, 3 days ago, somewhere in there, depending on when you're watching this video. So not much long before the announcement came. And playtesting her, she is a really cool character. She can do a lot of stuff. But my biggest complaint about this character is that she is a human. Human is the most complete faction we have in the game, and we got another human healer. Now, she does benefit some other teams and things like that, which we'll get into, but all in all, she's a really cool character, but just another human healer kind of got me. I understand why they did it, and we'll explain as we go. So let's get into her stats. So Selena does magic damage. She comes in at 3,037. Not terrible, not the best. She breaks the 3,000 mark to start, so that's really a positive. Her health is at 21,176, so it's kind of on the low end there, but she is a healer, but still. And then her shield is at 23,814, so the health and shield combination, we are looking at right around 45, a little bit over 45k. Magic armor and physical armor are both very good at starting at over 30%. Speed is at 140, not the worst, not the best, kind of in the middle of the road. Potency is at 26% and tenacity is at 29%. So let's take a look at Selena's move kit here and see what we got going on. First ability is Dying Light. Deals 200% of magic damage to an enemy with a 70% chance to inflict tenacity decrease for 2 turns. So what we are looking at here simply is magic damage and tenacity decrease, which requires potency, going through the double tenacity and potency check. Second ability, Colossal Healing, heals the target ally by 280% of Selena's magic damage and then an extra 20% of her maximum health. So health is now important that we add it to the list. Then Amos's Mirror or Ammo's Mirror. Somebody tell me if it's Amos or Amos. I'm hoping I've been saying Amos, but it's probably Amos. And that is her AoE heal for 400% of her magic damage. If the ally is afflicted by debuffs, it applies 2 random opposite buffs for the same duration. So if you just got popped with a damage decrease for 2 turns, she uses this on you, it's going to apply, if you only have that one on you, it's going to apply the damage increase for 2 turns. So it's negating a debuff, so it's kind of like a soft dispel from what I've seen playing around with her. So interesting mechanism for sure, but 400% magic damage is humongous on a mass heal. And her passive ability, Raider of Secrets, copies 2 random buffs from an enemy at the end of the turn and applies them to a random ally, 2 random allies for the same duration. This is kind of cool. She's copying buffs, not stealing them, copying them. If she stole them, she'd be super OP. She copies them, puts them on. Now, it sounds really cool, and sometimes it is, but sometimes it destroys your team because she will take Taunt and put it on herself, or she will take Taunt and put it on Ember, and it kills your team, and it brings you down rather quickly. So we have to keep that in mind, that it could really screw your team comp. And the other question I have for you all is, Is this a mining gopher, or is it a gopher with an Indiana Jones hat on? At first I thought it was a miner, but then it's Raider of Secrets. Let me know what you think on that one below. So what did we learn from her move kit? We learned she needs magic damage. We learned she needs potency. We learned she needs health. Now, that being said, she also has pretty low end speed at 140, and you know we want our healers to be fast. I have ruined her for speed when I was playing with her, and I got her up to between like 190, 195 range, and she was going off them often, but her heals weren't having like the oomph I wanted out of them, so I went with the damage. And I think those are your only two real choices for her. And as far as the two set you're going to put on her, you're going to want a health, because you're going to be receiving more crit off her Colossal Healing, her second ability for the health that you have, so you definitely want the health there. So I am going to rune her with the damage health combination, and then I am going to look for secondary stats of speed, obviously, damage, health, survivability, potency if it's there. If it's not, I'm not worried about it. And we're going to go from there, and I'll be right back. Alright family, we are back with the full rune amulet. We have the northern rune here with the damage primary one with speed, critical chance, armor, and health. Obviously in the northeastern rune we have the speed with armor, shield, damage, and potency. Then we obviously have the armor in the southeastern rune with speed, damage, tenacity, and armor. Then I went for damage here in the southern rune. Now in the northwestern rune and the southern rune, you could go health or you could go damage. So it really depends on, for me, what had the better secondary stats. So on this one I went with damage, and it has health, shield, speed, and potency. Then I went for the health in the southwestern rune over the shield. So we have speed, shield, critical damage, or critical chance and damage. Then in the southwestern rune we have the damage, speed, damage, shield, and armor. So let's take a look at what the rune, full rune amulet did to her stats. Okay, brought up her magic damage, 768 to 3805. Very happy with that. Really can't complain. That is just superb, phenomenal. Will really help out. We brought up her health, 2964 to 24140. So big improvement, almost 3000. We'll take that. We brought up both physical and magical armor over 2%. So they are in a very good spot. Her shield is at 25211. So that brings up the health and shield combination just a little bit below 50k. Definitely a plus. Way better than where she was. So I will take that. Speed, we brought it up to a respectable 174. Would really like that to be higher, but I went for the damage build over the speed build. And potency, 3%. Don't really care. So all in all, really happy with what we did. We focused on trying to get her some speed. We focused on getting her more magical damage so her heals have some oomph. Now at the end of the video, I'm going to show you two battles. One of them is going to be a copycat match, same exact team, and it is a Soleus lead with Selena, Freezard, Cruel, and Nightiel. I just hit auto because even if I did battle it, I wouldn't win because I'm using 2-dot mods, or runes, haven't done that in a while, 2-dot runes for the Noobs video, where this person is using 4-dot runes, epic runes, and that's fine, and that's great, but he is blowing me out of the water in speed, and I wanted to show you that fight because he has speed and damage comparable to mine off of runes that are way better, but it kind of just gives you a take on what she could be at an endgame higher level. So I did put that fight in there just so y'all know. So let's look at the scroll sync and how are we going to scroll sync her. Now remember, everything's at level 2. Dying of the Light, 110 magic damage. We get the tenacity increase and then the chance for the tenacity, decrease. The chance for the tenacity decrease and the magic damage goes up and up. Now on our Colossal Healing, 200% of magic damage to 80, and then we get the max health as we go up. Ammo's Mirror, level 2, 150%, 200%, and then 1 debuff, flips it, more healing, and then 2 debuffs. And her passive at level 2, 30% chance to copy a random buff, and it just goes up to 100%, and then at level 6 we get the second random buff. So that's where we are there. So how are we gonna do this? Now, for me, let's take a look, because I think we can incorporate a lot of things into her kit to help us benefit with the team. And we are going to simply start with the Colossal Healing. Here, if we take that up to level 3, we get the 280% healing. And we're going to stop right there. We're not going to worry about the health benefits, because the blue scroll sync that's going to go into that move at this point isn't worth it. But we want to spend those blue scrolls to get the healing maxed out at 280. Then we are going to come to the Ammo's Mirror, and we are going to take that to level 3, because we see 200% of her magic damage, and then we flip that buff. Then we're going to keep going with that, though, and we're going to stop at level 5. We're going to stop at level 5. It gives us 320, and we're still getting the debuff. We are going to come to her Raider's Secret, and we are going to take that to level 4. Gives us a 75% chance at a minimum blue scroll investment, but we're still getting something out of her passive, which is what we want. Then we're going to come to her basic, and we're just going to take it to level 3. We're going to get a little more magic damage out of her basic, and a 40% chance to inflict a tenacity decrease is fine. Then we are going to come back to her Ammo's Mirror, and we're going to top that off. Take that to level 6. Colossal Healing, take that to level 6. Passive, level 6. Basic, level 6. So when I get her on my main, I'm going to do just that. Start with here. Take it right to level 3 on the Colossal Healing. Take this Ammo's Mirror to level 5. Passive, we are going to take it to level 4. Basic, we are going to take it to level 3. Then we move to the Mass Healing, finish that off. Colossus Healing, finish that off. Passive, finish that off. Basic. It is the best way, in my mind, to do it while you're maximizing her move kit as we go. You're getting the most healing you can get from her second ability. You're getting everything except the maximum heal and one more debuff out of her Mass Healing. Her passive's doing something for you, and you do have the chance on her basic to inflict a tenacity decrease. So that's why I went there. Alright, everybody, so there is Selena. She is a really interesting character and has a lot of fun. And is a lot of fun to play with. But again, my major complaint about her, the only thing I really can complain about her is that she's another human. We don't need another human. But there has to be a plan, and there has to be something I don't know. So, there's that. But with that being said, she can be put into a Soleus team. I mean, I've seen people on the test server, and I've done it myself, take out Little Baddie and run 2 healers, and it gets really annoying. That is an option. Where she shines and where she was meant to be played is she is a free-to-play option for people who can't get Soleus. And I agree that she works out good for that. If she is meant to be a substitute for people who can't get Soleus right away, she does okay. Now, the main thing that, besides healing, that everybody loves Soleus for is obviously a synergy with Nightingale. She doesn't have that. And his leadership. She doesn't offer you a leadership. But she works out really, really well with pandas. She makes a patriarchy panda-led team really good for tower. Really can help people get through tower. This character can definitely help with that. Even a Kinley lead, you put her in there, she is leaps and bounds above, way better than an Aurelia or way better than a Mortha, and she is a farmable on 5-9. To put that in perspective, I am like 4 nodes away on my free-to-play at level 30, so I could start farming her when she drops. So, I mean, I've been playing that for 5 days now, so you can get to her node very quickly. She is going to drop in an event like Rin the Unseen. And being free to play, I unlocked Rin the Unseen on my free to play account. So you can definitely unlock her just by doing your normal things throughout the week. And that'll save you some grind time. So the way they're releasing her is I'm okay with. Where they're putting her, I'm okay with. Maybe giving her another node to farm might have been a better idea. But you don't want people getting her right away because she can be OP. She is not going to be meta. I do not believe that at this time of when I'm making the video, which is August. Yeah, August, I wish. Which is April 14th. So she's got a lot of potential, but she can screw you kind of with the stealing of the buff and putting it on random people. But all in all, she's a fun character. Just wish she had some synergy with some pandas, or, you know, had like an order-based synergy in her passive. If on my tier list, I would probably put her in an uncommon, a high tier uncommon. She's a healer and she can do some crazy stuff, but she can also hinder you. So I'd put her as an uncommon on my tier list. So there is Selena. I hope everybody's excited about getting her and playing with her. She is definitely fun, and you can theory craft quite a bit with her. So, and she will help that tower grind for sure. She will help that PvE grind for sure. Definitely made for that. She's a fun character. I hope everybody gets her, enjoys her for what she is, and she will definitely help out in that mid-game grind. So that's what I got for everybody today. Be safe. I'll see you in the next one. I love y'all. I'm out.